Hey guys, Glue just dropped a huge trailer with us and we've got so much to talk about, so as always, before we get into today's video, be sure to subscribe so you never miss the tea on the show you love. Now, let's get into it. So the trailer starts off with us getting a look at Marinette while on her jog when she seems to have noticed a billboard featuring an ad for the Alliance rings. We then see both Adrian and Marinette receive their own Alliance rings, and this is very suspicious. By the look on Gabriel's face, giving the ring to Adrian will definitely be benefiting his plans in some way, whether it be using Adrian to get to Marinette again, or even just akumatizing him again. I'm also wondering how it is this ring ended up in Marinette's house. Perhaps Lila came by and while Marinette wasn't home, one of her parents left it there for her, or the ring was intended for either Sabine or Tom, but either way, these rings are not good news. We then get this quick scene of Gabriel in his lair where he goes to say, "I found you, Ladybug." Notice how he still calls her Ladybug here. During Miraculous Day last month, Gloop shared a few spoilers with us, one of them being that Monarch would show up in Marinette's room, and I think that might just be what's going on. Now, just to clarify, while he does make an appearance in her room, it's actually because he's after Alia since he's aware that the two are close. And so while this trailer contains a whole bunch of different scenes and akumatizations, I do believe some scenes are coming from episodes 10 and 11, The Kwame's Choice, based off of the synopsis we received for it a while ago, and seeing now how Tiki and Plag are asking for both of their owners Miraculous in order to free them from their duties, it seems very likely. We also get a glance at a hand reaching out for Ladybug's earring here, which I believe to be Dark Owl, and possibly from episode 4 of this season, Jubilation. This is definitely going to make for some interesting parallels, seeing how close he was the last time to getting her Miraculous, and in this scene in particular, it seems like she's being mesmerized by the gift he likely granted her. Now, I know since Evolution dropped, many of us, including myself, have been eagerly awaiting to hear and see from Natalie again, and the tension between her and Gabriel has seemed to have gotten only worse. During this scene of the trailer where we can see Gabriel prepping and putting on his rings, Natalie's voice plays over top of it as she says, "You used to do it for your love for Emily, but now you only do it out of madness." The translation might be a little off there, but generally you get the point, and seeing how she appears 2 more times throughout the trailer, things are getting serious, and I'll be going more in depth on them in just a bit. Recently, new spoiler images were shared with us in which took place in the Wax Museum, and now we're getting an even better look at Miss Veronique akumatized and using her powers. And would you look at that, Time Tagger is making a reappearance. There's quite a few reasonings as to why this could be, but here's what I'm currently thinking. During Evolution, it was explained to us that all along, Alex's father was aware of her receiving the Miraculous, Master Fu knowing he'd give the Miraculous out one day, and ultimately a lot of explanation behind why things went down the way they did, and I have a feeling we can expect to see that when Time Tagger is back, and even possibly just become a common theme throughout this season. In the episode Time Tagger, not only did Bunnix hint at future events, but as well as Chris, where he mentions the Hawkmoth of the future. Perhaps in this episode that he comes back, we'll have a chance at seeing the opposite end of the episode, and I mean seeing adult Ladybug and Cat Noir being a part of the plan and having more of a hint of who will be the future Hawkmoth. Then again, his comeback could be for an entirely separate and new episode, especially seeing the way he makes his entrance here with this yellow flash compared to his previously seen green portal, but only time will tell. And so after getting to see this new akumatization, and as if this trailer hasn't already been mind-blowing, we get to see this scene of Cat Noir de-transforming while holding Ladybug as she covers her eyes. Now, just a little bit before this scene in the trailer, it is revealed and confirmed that Natalie will be akumatized this season, and something to note about her new akumatization is that on her wrist, a photo of Cat Noir appears, and that what she is blasting out is yellow. And what what do we see in this scene? Cat Noir de-transforming while yellow stuff shoots towards him and Ladybug. Now again, this is just a wild thought in theory, but wonder if Natalie were to discover Adrian's identity this season. It's something that's been on my mind for a while now and that I want to go more in depth about in a separate video, but seeing how Natalie is supporting him this season, while branching away from helping Gabriel, I'd imagine that if she were to ever learn about his identity again, just as she did in Cat Blanc, that it'd be totally different this time and that she wouldn't spill it to Gabriel. And lastly, just as we see this screen saying new twists, we get to see who seems to be Emily on the phone with Natalie as she says, "I'm counting on you, Natalie." Say what? So firstly, where is Emily? Because assuming that this is her and that she's awake, the background shows mountains and trees. Is this an old recording Emily had left for Natalie? Or is this recent? Emily counting on Natalie, but for what? I think it may be to protect Adrian from Gabriel. In Evolution, it's brought up that if Gabriel makes the wish, someone will have to disappear in order to take Emily's place. And that person would most likely be Adrian, because if Gabriel had wished to undo their past mistakes, that would involve the creation of Adrian. And also, just as a reminder, because we have a ton of confirmed air dates at the moment, the English dub will be coming to the US on October 8th, and from that point onwards, we can expect to receive an episode every week for the rest of October, with Multiplication airing on the 15th, Destruction on the 22nd, and Jubilation on the 29th. The first episode of season 5 will also be coming to Canada on October 14th, Disney Japan on October 10th, and RTS on October 22nd. There hasn't been any word on when Disney Plus will be getting the episodes, but as soon as we get an update on that, I'll be letting you guys know. Also, and I promise this is the last thing, I just made a second YouTube channel the other day called The Maya.B Shorts, which you can find under my channels tab, and on that channel I'll specifically just be sharing shorts revolving around Miraculous Ladybug and even some anime themed ones. This is so much to process, and so as always, be sure to let me know your thoughts and theories down below and subscribe so you never miss the tea on the show you love, and I'll see you guys in the next one.